Hey, what's up? This is Michael with Troop. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 things. First, I'm going to give you my definition of networking. I'm also going to give you the 3 most important questions that you have to be ready to answer in any networking situation. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to give you a warning on this networking definition. I have 2 of them because one is super boring and one of my mentors basically told me it sucked. And then I have my shorter, more specific version of it. So my original definition that I wrote for this video was that networking is the process of developing a community of business leaders around you who will support you, who will introduce you to their network and their clients. Now that is 100% true. But what I realized after it was crushed by my mentor was that it didn't really get to the heart of the matter. It doesn't talk about the headspace you should be occupying when you're networking and where you should be emotionally as you're out meeting with people. And my new definition, which I think is much more specific and maybe more important for you to keep in mind when you're out networking, is this. Networking is the process of finding your business ride or dies. The people that will support you under all circumstances and promote you above all other members of your specific industry when the right opportunities come about. There are 2 things I think about that make that second definition feel very important. One is a conversation I had with an OG networker. This guy runs a very successful accounting firm and sells between $2 and $3 million a year in new business. It's astounding. He's about 70 years old. And one day I asked him, where do you get most of your business from? How many people really actively refer you business? He told me he's working with a total of 12 people. That is amazing. Also, it is a goal and it is a long-term goal. He's been networking probably 30 or 40 years, right? So he's really gone out. He's met a lot of people. He's refined that group. He's built relationships, and these are his ride or dies. That's a place we're all trying to get to. I'm trying to get there. You're trying to get there too, whether you know it or not. The other thing I want you to think about, just as to support this claim, in networking, you are going to meet a lot of people, but not everyone is going to want to be your buddy. Not everyone's going to love your style. Not everybody's going to care about what you do or how you do it. So don't worry about them loving you. It doesn't matter. I want you to think back to high school. I don't know, for high school, it was a tough time for a lot of people. It wasn't a great time for me, but think about the total number of people that were in your high school, or maybe more importantly, in your graduating class. How many of those people were your friends, right? You might have had a pretty good group of people around you that you knew tangentially. They were associates. And then there was your friend group. So just think about how many people were in your friend group versus the total population of your high school. It's a very tiny fraction. And those ratios hold true for networking as well. Your ride or dies are going to be a small group, and then you will have a much larger group of associates, and those people are super critical too, and you're going to support them and they're going to support you. But that core group, that's what you're focused on. All right, enough about the definition of networking. Let's get into the 3 questions that you need to be prepared to answer in any networking situation. These are what they are: your value proposition, who you serve, and your ideal clients. Now, your value prop, there's a lot of videos out there on this one. I'm hitting this first because it's one I'm personally challenged by, and I'll tell you why. I've been in sales 25 years. When I meet a prospect and they're asking me for help with the thing that we do, I don't hit them with a canned response. I'm digging into their challenges. I'm really getting them to express all their pain and agony and hopes and dreams for the future, everything that I can do to learn about their situation. And then I'm leveraging the things that we do really well as a group to form that value prop. You can't do that in the networking space, and I find that frustrating. So here's a strategy that I use. Think about the 2 or 3 things that you do awesome in your business. It might be the people that you work with. Maybe they are super senior, super experienced, just incredible people. Maybe it's your focus on technology and your knowledge of related technologies in your industry. Maybe it's something else, but really think about the top 3 things. That needs to be the foundation of your value proposition. The reason is that those things you do well will apply very specifically to certain situations. It's okay if it's a limited set of details, because that limited set of details will actually make you much more memorable for the right opportunities. The second question is, who do you serve? Who do you serve is really a question about the industries that you're focused on. You may be able to work with literally any human being on the face of the planet. I want you to immediately never think that way again. Identify 1 to 3 groups of people that you focus on. And when someone asks, who do you serve? Give them those 1 to 3 and call it quits. This is a critical piece to being memorable in the networking environment. People who are out there saying, oh, we're agnostic, we can work across all industries. I can never remember those people when something comes up that would be appropriate for them. You know who I think about? The person who said, I work for this industry. I kick ass in this industry. I've been working in this industry for years and years. That's who I think about. That's who I have confidence in referring business to. Be that person. Make me confident in you. It will pay massive dividends. Question 3, who's your ideal client? Again, please, for the love of God, don't tell people you can work with anybody. You will immediately become forgettable and you're going to miss out on a lot of business opportunities. Even if you're brand new, have a goal persona. Okay, it's, if I knew that everyone watching this video had been in business for 10 years, we could sit down and we could come up with 3 or 4 different personas that they've seen time and time again, and we could build marketing around that, build messaging around that. If you're brand new, you got to think about your goal persona. You don't need to tell anybody it's your goal persona. You communicate it as if it's the thing, right? This is the secret. This is visualization, whatever you want to think about it as, this is what it is. So know what their psychographics are, right? What are they trying to achieve? What's their life like? What's their business life like? Where are they in their business development? What are the common challenges that they're facing? How are they feeling about those challenges? How old are they? Where are they from? That type of thing. Have a persona that you can talk about, and more importantly, have a story that backs up that persona. So when someone says, hey, who's your ideal client? Hey, I work with business leaders in this industry. They've usually been in business 3 to 5 years. Their revenue is $2 to $4 million. They have 35 employees. They have inventory in 2 to 3 locations. They know their business, know how to explain it. Then tell a story. That story will underpin everything. It'll underpin your value prop. It'll underpin who you serve, and it'll really bring focus to your ideal clients. So that's what I got for you today. If you found value, please just hit the like button, for Christ's sakes. Super valuable, helps promote the video. It does help me, which I appreciate. If you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be releasing videos about every week. We'll talk to you in the next video.